Okay, so just quickly going through some of the things I've been working on this week. I started building the classes for the targets that the player can shoot. There are two different types of targets. The first one is just kind of a stationary target. The second one derives from that with two different positions that it'll kind of move between. So every frame it'll start at one position, move towards the other one, and once it reaches it, it'll change its vector direction, start moving towards the other one. I started the basic programming for the mothership boss for the final level. Right now, the only phase that it currently does is just tracking the player's current rotation so that it's always facing it. I've also built kind of a custom model manager for the player that they can basically create their own models with their own set of vertices and triangle lists. Currently, I have one just for the teleporter model itself, and that is that model manager would be deleted in the game end function for the engine. And then lastly, I was working on the visualizer a little bit, making it work with basically now it's set up to work with commands for AABBs currently. So looking at the visualizer itself, inside of our function here, the show AABB function, we basically add a box command. So finding it here, we basically make a reference to the broker. We add a command which passes in the unit box graphic object as well as the matrix and the color. And then taking a look at that command, essentially when we go ahead and pass that in, we go ahead and pass in the volume, the matrix, and the color, and then when we actually execute that command, we'll go ahead and call the function to actually show that volume going back to the visualizer. So if we actually go in here and just kind of start to load things up, so we kind of have our world map selection, what it is right now, just kind of the basic start for the first target practice level. So we have our targets moving around there. And then just part of the second level, we kind of have like this moon terrain area. Everything is all kind of set in this one ravine. And then lastly, just kind of for the boss level, right now we have the giant mothership. And as we move around, it'll track our rotation.